Had a chance to join the staff of Dennis Francione. And told us this week, boy, what it would be like to be coaching at the Division I level again as an assistant. Pass over the middle. Looks there for Negrin. Again, it's incomplete. Another penalty flag flies at the 30-yard line as it's broken up.
We have an ineligible receiver downfield.
Jared Mowry almost had himself the big interception. It would have been huge for this defense. Couldn't hold on, but I'm actually kind of surprised that they took that first penalty, Dave, because it would have put him into fourth down position a play ago.
Fourth down.
And now they decide to make the call now and put him into fourth down. I mean,
this one declines.
Yes.
So back at the 39-yard line, it's 4th and 23, and Poland comes in. Punt. Some Winger is the deep man to receive. So that drive stalls. Good defensive hold for Dodge City, keeping this game very tight. Nice punt. Jawan Poland turns that one over. Winger. Fair caught inside the 5. Oh, that's the no-no. You don't want to try to do that. You let that go for a possible touchback. 3-yard line. That is where Dodge City will take over. So our top 5 safeties led by D. Finley. Told you earlier in our broadcast, from Alabama, headed to Florida to play for Urban Meyer next year, part of our ESPN 150.
3 players out of that top 5, as you see there, committed verbally to the school of their choice. D. Finley out of Auburn, Alabama, but Spencer Adams, that's the guy, Dave. I think he's going to be special. The guy that maybe is considered a good safety by some. We think he's got a chance to be special.
What is the definition of a verbal commitment at this point of their careers?
Well, the verbal commitment means that it's not official. They're not bound to it. Nothing is in writing. That ink doesn't dry until they sign their name on the paper come February 6th this year. 2008, so they are able to change their mind, which can put schools into a bind as well. So they've always got to cover themselves, always be recruiting, regardless of how many verbal commitments they may get.
Look at Arthur Brown dancing ominously around that line of scrimmage. Winger is the ball carrier, nothing doing there. Jeffrey Stanford got to him, gain of 1. And Stanford continues his great game tonight. He's been everywhere, along with Arthur Brown.
Well, looking at Arthur Brown's feet, I think he's pretty good at hopscotch. You see him coming up there, I mean, he's dipping and dipsy-do and doing all kinds of stuff.
He says the key to his game is reaction time, speed, and strength. In his mind, the game's all about speed. Says he gets on the field, he knows where every player is, and he's got foot quickness and field quickness and strength. He's got every tool imaginable. 2nd and 9. Meyer throwing. That's going to be short. Nearly caught by Thompson, but broken up instead. A.J. Garner got back from his cornerback spot to break up the pass intended for Thompson. Ball way underthrown by Brayton Meyer.
You know, if Brayton Meyer, it's not just that that ball was underthrown, but if he could have dropped it or threw a high ball so it would have dropped in on top of the coverage, I think Michael Thompson would have had a legitimate shot at catching this football. He underthrows it so dramatically that he's got to come back towards it instead of just go up and compete for it. And it's a shame, you know, the injury to Cale Pick is going to decrease the production of Michael Thompson, who's been one of the premier players at his position in the state of Kansas.
He's the all-time leading receiver in Dodge City history, but unable to really get on track tonight. Flags will negate the handoff to Addison Winger.
Dead ball, encroachment on White. 5 yards, still 3rd down.
This one against the Blue Aces. Winger, senior at 5'7", 145, kind of a scat back type. Dangerous too, Tom, as we saw in the film watching Dodge City getting ready for this game tonight, but just that lack of continuity, no flow for the offense so far.
They've just been discombobulated all night, and it's unfortunate because you got to feel for Coach Justin Burke. He's done the best he can in the time that he's been allotted. And you've got to credit Brayton Meyer for hanging in there. It's been a tough night for him as well because they just can't seem to get into sync when you're having to learn so many new things. It's tough to be at your best.
Landon Head behind Meyer in motion. Give is off to Winger, makes a nice run, crosses the 14-yard line. That's what he needed for the first down. Got to the 15. DeMonte Hill brought him down. Pickup of 6 and a first down. And the chains move for the Red Demons, something they desperately needed at this point of the game.
We hear the crowd cheer, obviously, for the first down. And gives them a fresh set of downs here, maybe a little boost of confidence, but they're starting to go at the interior of this Wichita East defense and see if they stick with the game plan and continue with what's working.
Addison Winger, impressive athlete, 6th in the state in wrestling last year. His dad Dwight played college football and has rotated in and out as the main look at tailback for the Red Demons tonight. Pitch goes to Winger, lost the handle, then is buried. Nothing doing there for him. Tracked down almost immediately on the play. Alex Watts got there first.
This puts Dodge City into a 2nd and long position, which is not somewhere they want to be. They've had some success on 1st down to give them a makeable 2nd and 3rd down. That hasn't been the case here. See if they come out and throw the football.
Loss of 1 officially on that last play. Backs in the eye. Tanner Turley, their big tight end, lines up as a fullback here. A little play action. Meyer in some trouble. Arthur Brown trying to track him down along with Frazier. Ball for grabs. It's caught. Grabbed there by Powers, lost it. Gabriel Garrett recovers the fumble, and Wichita East will get it back. Ball caught initially by Brian Powers. He was hit and fumbled. And the officials will confer to see if he was down before that. Let's find out.
We have an ineligible receiver downfield on red. It's covered up on the play. Penalty will be declined.
So Garrett does get the fumble recovery, and Gabe Garrett, interesting story, was the starting quarterback a year ago for Wichita East.
Well, you got to credit Brayton Meyer getting out of the pocket, eluding Arthur Brown and throwing it back across his body, which is a dangerous throw. And then Powers just loses the football as he's trying to turn up the field and get some yards after the catch. It would have been a huge conversion. Look at the hustle downfield. Number 15, Mike Bartlett, coming in, making the tackle and forcing the fumble.
So Matt Byers leads the offense again. Blue Aces on the move. Here's Poland, makes the catch. Jawan's had a big touchdown play last week. Spins through tacklers and lunges inside the 25 to the 24. He will have a 1st down. Xavier Jackson from his D-line spot in pursuit. Gain of 16 on that 1st down play.
Well, Matt Byers has really picked up his game here in the 3rd quarter. He's thrown some nice passes, got some zip. Looked like he's throwing with confidence and authority, and has been able to deliver the ball to some different people out wide, which is opening up this run game even more for Bryce Brown.
Poland had an 80-yard touchdown catch from Byers on a streak route last week. He's got some good speed and showed good hands and concentration in traffic on that play. 1st and 10. Play action. Byers has it. Turley has him. Tanner Turley with a sack. All the way back to the 28-yard line along with J.J. Stubbs. They bring him down, and not much Matt Byers could do in that situation.
Well, Tanner Turley adds to his sack total upfield. He's a high motor guy. Coach Justin Burke said he's the leader of this defense. They needed him to step up tonight. And you know what? 7-0. A little over 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. You've got to credit this Dodge City defense for hanging in there because they've been on the field an awful lot tonight.
Being recruited by Wyoming, Colorado State, SMU, Kansas State, Arkansas. Tanner Turley's favorite player, Julius Peppers of Carolina. Good choice, right? Quick route. Grabbed there by Jawan Zapolin at the 25-yard line. Coverage by J.J. Stubbs. He and Thompson sent him out of bounds.
Jawan Zapolin, good size, 6'3", 185-pounder, can go up and get it. I've been impressed with what I've seen out of him, and I think if they can get a little closer to the red area, I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw a jump ball up to him in the back of the end zone.
But after the sack, a lot of yards to make up. 3rd and 10, 90 seconds and counting. We're on melting 3rd quarter clock. Here's the pitch, Brown. Play was strung out. Meyer was there. It was Brayton Meyer, the quarterback, also playing safety. Helped contain Bryce Brown there, and a big loss. Tanner Turley involved in the stop as well. Good pursuit by both of the Red Demon players. Loss of 6.
You know, the Red Demon defense is just swarming right here, but this is an area where maybe there's a little bit too much creative improvising on behalf of Bryce Brown, where you just got to pick the seam and hit it, take what you can get, because oftentimes when you get into that dancing scenario and that defense starts crowding up on you,